I'm Damon L. Jacobs here for We Love Soaps TV, and we are here for the third annual Day of Days event here at Universal Studios in California.
Right, I'm Roger Newcomb, and we're celebrating Day's 45th anniversary this year.
45. I can't wait. Here at the Day of Days events with Joe Mascolo and Lauren Koslow. Yeah. It is so wonderful to speak with both of you again. So,
isn't it fun?
This is so much
yes,
fun.
It is.
This is so much fun.
Wow.
You two, over this past year, have really evolved as one of my favorite super couples on Days of Our Lives. Did you ever think this was going to happen?
Yes.
No. But you know what it proves is how intelligent and insightful you are.
Oh, I love that. We'll play that over and over. Really, now, as far as I can remember, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this year we heard Stefano truly say he loves a woman to her face. Right. Now, we knew he loved Marlena in sort of an off way, and we knew he loved Daphne in a nostalgic way.
Yes.
But I think this is the first time Daphne did that.
No. The thing is this is actually something that we've been very happy about in terms of as actors. That they've started to write this thing and bringing these two people together because they're both powerful in their own right.
Sure.
Okay, and suddenly, you realize that these two people can go on in life and they don't need anybody. They can have anybody they want, but they're their choices. And suddenly, this happens with them, and they find out they're vulnerable to each other.
Yes.
And he actually finally says it as he looks at her and he says, "I love you." He hasn't said that to anybody for years.
Yes.
So I think that is a brilliant tack that they've done, and the writing has been good. And I know we've enjoyed it because it's very human,
It is. Now, Kate.
Yes.
She's feeling a lot more for Stefano than when he first blackmailed her into marriage.
I know, that is rather traumatic.
She can't help herself, though. She's keeping secrets. She's practicing some deception.
That's because that's the way she operates. And she doesn't really see anything wrong with that, and that really has nothing to do with the love, as far as she's concerned.
Right.
And that's, I think, what is the interesting thing, is that these are adults, a lot of baggage, like a lot of life experiences that make them who they are, and they're very strong individuals. But when they come together, to work that out, as we all know, I mean, it's difficult enough to work out a relationship, but with what's gone on in their lives to work it out, it's complicated. It's very complicated. And then love, the whole love thing. I mean, so it's just there's so much possibility here for a lot of drama.
The potential is great because to have these kind of people, with their strengths suddenly vulnerable to each other, and only to each other, because in our situation in terms of the show, if somebody were to come and start negating her, he would be the first one in line to say, stop it right then and there. Mm-hmm. No matter what they go through together, they still are very protective of each other.
Right.
And see, that makes it very human.
And I love that
a lot of people, I think, can relate to it in many ways.
Kate keeps secrets, but she also takes care of Stefano, and she makes sure that he takes his vitamins and drinks his orange juice instead of his brandy. She's so good at being a caretaker, and yet she's keeping all these secrets from him again.
Well,
she should be keeping secrets, though, because
it's not really
is her hobby.
No.
Well, she's not telling him that Chad is his son.
Well, she is, but she's telling him in her own special way.
Which is not to tell him?
Well, no, it was to think about it for quite a while and to figure out the best possible way. And, and I think it's really kind of charming how she figured it out. She's going to let Chad make that decision.
Okay.
Because you have to remember, too, and this is that you have to listen to this. Because he has his family, and family is very important, but she has her family, and family is very important to her, and that's what she's saying to him. You would not respect me as much as you do if I didn't honor my family the same way you honor yours. So that's what she's having to do with that. Because of her friendship with Madeline, too. Because I think there was something very serious going on with Madeline in the past.
Really
I'm just saying.
A little more serious between Kate and Madeline?
I think so. I mean, that's the way I played it. I played that was a very important relationship.
Yes.
And that's why. Because why else would there be so much anger? Though is the way I saw it.
Yes. And why would she be so loyal to her even when they don't get along?
So loyal to her.
Yeah.
Because I think they really do get along.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to make. I think it makes sense that she would honor that as much as she could, and that was the decision to let Chad make the decision.
I see.
You see, though, I'm lucky because I'm very lucky because Stefano de Mera is a very smart guy.
Yeah.
And he figures a lot of this out.
He usually doesn't get to see for very long.
And his whole career of being a step ahead of everyone. And he finds that step with her. And there's a little thing about her keeping little secrets. not so good. Then we will take
I wouldn't
care
be
of things
who I
as it comes
am
along.
if I was totally upfront.
That's right. Now, Joe Mascolo, you are also very, very smart. You both are so smart. But I've asked you before, when are we going to get to read the Joe Mascolo book?
Oh,
years
my
and
God.
years of entertainment, of soaps, of movies, of theater. When do we get to read the stories behind the stories?
That's very funny because someone was asking me that a week ago, and I thought about you. I have such respect for good writing and good books that I'm a book nut, and so I don't know. I just don't know, but I know there's a lot of stuff there because I've had two completely different lives. I mean, in the concert field, music, and then
Really
the
good
theater.
ghostwriter.
And
Yeah.
so and I don't know. I just don't know what to say.
I'm gonna keep
if you
hounding you.
notice, I'm not saying no the
Right.
way I always did. Like maybe there's a possibility. I don't know. I just read a book that so moved me, and I'm thinking, gosh, maybe you could do something like that.
I'm going to keep hounding you. I'm going to keep after
All
you.
right, okay.
I really honor and respect the work you're both doing. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited about the 45th anniversary and to watch you two
Thank you.
be together and bump heads. It's just such entertainment. Thank you.
I
both.
think we're lucky to be together.
Well, we're lucky to get to watch you together.
You.